Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome one, welcome all. Just checking out some colors here to see which color works best under the camera. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for popping in, whether it's here for the live or here for the replay. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. This color is beautiful. It's called Lapis. Hello, Deanne. Happy Sunday to you guys. Beautiful, beautiful colorways here. Hi, Linda and Ruth and Denise and Jojo, Shannon, Miss Bull, Samantha Stewart. Hello, how are you? Hi, Lady Crochet. How are you? And Dorothy, good morning. How are you all? Happy Sunday to you guys. So glad that you guys are here. Hi, Zolma. Welcome in. And hi, Maria. Naomia, Emily, Jennifer. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. So welcome to Crochet with JTYA. Today we are going to have a crochet lesson. How do we begin asymmetrical shawls? So I am going to show you the formula. I'm going to show you the basic foundation on how to start from the very beginning and build your project out to any asymmetrical shawl you would like. Hello, Robin. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Heather. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Lanny. Tell Mark I said hi. I'm checking out to see which yarn would look nice under the camera. Nicest, I guess. Not that one. Let's see. I guess that's too bright. Maybe we can go with a solid so we can see the stitches, right, everyone? Maybe that is what we need. So, okay. We are going to go with light blue. Red Heart Super Saver, light blue. Hi, Jeannie. Welcome in. So let's go with something plain so we can see all the wonderful stitches. I think that would be lots of fun. Hello, Kendall. Welcome in. Hello, Shanice. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I love this too. I'm squirreling. Isn't this such a beautiful colorway? This is Premier's, this is their cotton yarn. Very, very nice. Color Fusion, is it? No, that's acrylic. I can't remember. I'm having a moment. Hello, Linda. Welcome in. Hello, Kimberly M. Thank you so much for being here. Thornback, hello to you. Myra, hello. Mom is doing very well. Hi, Erin. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Crochet with JTYA. And for today, as I mentioned, we are going to do an asymmetrical shawl. I'm going to show you the basic formula. So first and foremost, as always, we begin with forming a slip knot on our hook. So we are going to just create our slip knot, just like that. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is one of many ways that can actually make this happen. Hello, October and Gwen and Pen. Hello, hello. Hello, Cindy Lou. Welcome in. Hi, Miriam. How are you? So once you have your slip knot established, we're going to go ahead and literally chain two. That's it. So from here, well, we need to decide a few things. What stitch are we going to use? And again, this is just a basic asymmetrical shawl. I guess we'll do double crochets. So just to keep it nice and easy and simple. So with double crochets, what we need to do is we need to chain 4. And I'll show you why in just a moment. So what we're going to do is make a jug handle here with our chains. We're going to take the tip of our crochet hook and go into this bottom chain right here where my thumb is. And in this chain right here, we're going to insert 3 double crochets. Yarn over, go into that chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And we're going to do that 2 more times for a total of 3 double crochets. There's 2. And here's 3. So what we have here is our little jug and the handle. Can you envision that with us? So you have a jug and a handle. So this here is row 1 of our asymmetrical shawl. This little circle right here is the actual corner. Okay, so from here, what we need to do is chain 2, and the chain 2 does not count as a stitch. From here, what we're going to do is jump over. Actually, are we going to do the granny or are we going to do regular? I'll let you guys decide. Are we going to do just a granny asymmetrical, or are we going to do a regular double crochet? What would you guys like to see? I'm going to let you guys pick. Tell me the things in the comments. Do we want a regular double crochet asymmetrical or a granny? Okay, so, okay, a lot of people are saying doubles, some are saying granny. Okay, well, how about this? We will start with regular and then I'll frog it back and show you the granny. I'll show you the differences between the two. Okay, let's do it that way. So we both have a little bit of everything. All right, so for the regular double crochet asymmetrical, what we're going to do is, like I said, chain 2, and we're not going to count that as a stitch. We're going to go right into this very first stitch with a double crochet, and we're going to insert 1 double crochet in every single stitch. Just like this, okay? So this jug handle is where we place our increases, okay? So that's a little fresh reminder that if you're building your shawl out, always increase in the jug handles. And in the jug handles, you're going to insert 2 double crochets. And you're just going to go in, and you can change this up, by the way. You don't have to increase by 2. You can increase by 1 if you'd like. I like increasing by 2. So 1 and 2. So that's the second row. Now, let's go ahead and chain 2. And actually, this was our jug handle, so let's chain 3, sorry. So we're going to chain 3, we're going to create another jug handle, we're going to turn our work and go right into the stitch we just came out of with a double crochet, and we're going to insert 1 double crochet in each of the stitches, going all the way down. And I will only do like 5 rows just so that you have the beginnings of our project here. And so you're only going into the heads of the stitches, okay? So you're not going into any chain spaces, just into the heads of the stitch. And so from here, we're going to chain 2, which will not count as a stitch. We're going to turn our work over and 1 double crochet in each of these stitches here, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Just 1 double crochet in each stitch. And then once you get to the jug handle, you're going to insert 2 double crochets. Here's the jug handle. You're just going to go in and do 2 double crochets. You're going to chain 3 on the jug handle side. You're chaining 3. You can kind of see these little eyelets here that form. It's part of a really nice design. This part here is going to be the side that wraps around your neck. This is the part that hangs, or vice versa. It's however you want it to be. So from here, we're going to turn our work and go right into that very first stitch. And we're going to insert 1 double crochet in every stitch, just like this, going all the way down, one at a time, each and every stitch. And as you will see in just a moment, our work is gradually increasing. And that is how you build an asymmetrical shawl doing solid stitches. Now, you can create a border here to flatten that out, but if you think big picture, that can actually, this little ruffling can be a really nice detail of your work, as is the eyelets here. So once your project gets big enough, you can actually place stitches in your eyelets, make shells. You can do single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. These give license to creativity and creative stitches. I can't speak, but you guys can kind of get what I'm getting at here. So this is regular double crochet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of doubles, okay? It's very, very easy. It's not hard at all. You pick a side, and you know what, to be perfectly honest with you, stitch markers are your friends. So if you need to be reminded on which side you make your jug handle, just put a stitch marker on this side of the work. And then once you come back to this side of the work, chain 3, and then on the side where you're not making your jug handles, you're only chaining 2. So chain 2 on this side, chain 3 on this side. And it creates this really nice detail here. Okay? A huge hi, hello, and welcome to everyone coming in. Crochet with JTYA is the beginnings of like a tutorial-based live, and then we go into a whipping it with one. We sit here and we crochet and talk. Okay? So yes, stitch markers are your friends. So just be sure to check that out. And again, be creative with these eyelets. You can leave them just as they are and let that be a feature, or you can insert stitches. All right? These are lovely little eyelets. So for those of you guys who are interested in the granny, let me just frog this back, ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. We're going to frog it back, and we're going to start from the beginning, and I will show you how to do a granny asymmetrical. Very, very easy. And by the way, guys, if you want a tutorial for this, like a regular video tutorial, sound off in the comments of the live after it's over. And if there's enough interest, I will definitely do that for you guys. I don't think I have one on my channel, so it would be nice to have one. Okay, so to begin the granny asymmetrical, what you want to do is create a slip knot. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is one way I do it. And so from here, what we're going to do is take our little knot here, and we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here, we're going to go into the very first chain right here with 3 double crochets. So let's go ahead and go in there. Let's insert 3 doubles. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So this is row 1 of our granny asymmetrical. So from here, what we're going to do is chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to turn our work over. And what we're going to do here is we are going to go right into this very first stitch right here after our chain 3. And we're going to insert 3 double crochets in that very stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. From here, we're going to jump into our jug handle here, right here. That's our jug handle that we created, that chain 4 in the beginning, but now to chain 3. So we're going to yarn over, go right into that chain space with 3 double crochets. From here, we're going to chain 3. And we're going to jump. So we increased this row here. And with this, you're increasing every other row. Because remember, this is going to be an asymmetrical. It's not going to be a perfectly triangular. If it was a perfect triangle, we would go here. But since it's asymmetrical, we're going to jump to this middle right here. So we're increasing every other row. 1, 2, and 3. And so from here, we're going to jump to our jug handle. And we're going to come over here. 1, 2, and 3. You can see how it's not perfectly triangular, and that's perfect. So from here, at the end of the row, we're going to chain 3, turn our work. Now just look at your work, and again, stitch markers are your friends. So we're only increasing every other row. So we have 1 granny stitch here, we have 2 rows of 2. And then from here, what we're going to do is increase. So we're going to go into this very first stitch with 3 doubles, because this is our increase row. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to go into this space right here with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to hop over to our jug handle right here. And we are going to go ahead and give that chain space 3 double crochets. So from here, what we're going to do is chain 3, turn our work, and jump right into the space. We're not increasing. We're coming right over here. And you'll notice there's a cadence to this. 1, 2, and 3. Let's come on over to the next space here. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to come over here to the chain space with 3 double crochets. 1, oops, needed more yarn there. 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, we're building this whole asymmetrical situation here. Very, very nice. We're increasing every other row, and that's kind of how you do it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and as you can see, it's not perfectly triangular. We've got a little bit of a asymmetrical feel to it. Okay. This here is the easier one, Deb, because you're only increasing every other row. So it's really, really nice, and it is very, very fast. So if you're looking to make a grainy asymmetrical, actually, you know what I need to do? I need to do a tutorial for this. How many of you guys would like a tutorial for this? I can totally do this for you guys. I'll do, and it's not going to be a long one. I can literally do what I've done here, but it will allow you guys to rewind, replay, all the things. But yeah, it's a very, very easy. Yes, everyone's saying yes. I love this for us. Everyone wants one. I love it. Okay, well, I will make sure that you guys have this tutorial. Now, I'm going to do another one just because I want to. So I want to do a shawl like this where we have a center and we have an apex, just for those who want this granny shawl. So this is a classic granny shawl, and there are many, 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 many tutorials out there for this, but you're seeing it here live and in color. So we're going to chain 4. We're going to go into our first chain, draw our loop, slip to close. All right. I made several of these of my own. So we're going to work stitches into this little circle here. And from here, what we're going to do is chain 2. All right. And in our circle here, we're going to insert 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 doubles. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we're creating a corner, basically. If you're making a granny square, we're making a corner here. So it's going to be 3 doubles, chain 2, and then we're going to go back into this circle here with 3 double crochets. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. So this is row 1 of our shawl. So 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. Okay, and so from here what we need to do is just chain 2 only. Okay, turn the work, and we're going to go into this very first stitch, and this is the repeat. Every single row is the same exact way. So when you turn your work, you're going into the very first stitch with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And from here, we're going to go into the apex. This chain space at the top here, it's the apex. We're going to go into that apex with 3 doubles. And then from there, we're going to basically create a corner. Chain 2, and we're going to go back in here with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And whatever you do on this side, you have to do on this side. So from here, we're going to jump to the very last stitch of the side, which is right here. And in that stitch, we're going to insert 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So that is row 2. So it actually takes shape after you create additional rows. The beginning, it always looks rough, and that is okay. It's part of the process. We always say just trust the process, right? So I'll do one more row. You chain 2, turn the work, and as we've done before, we go right into that very first stitch. We're going to insert 3 double crochets. After your third double crochet, we're going to jump right into this space right here with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to go right into our apex with a corner. So 3 doubles, chain 2, and 3 doubles. Chain 2, and 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, I went off camera a little bit. So we're going to go right into the space here with 3 double crochets. We're just building out row number 3 of our classic granny shawl. And from here, we're going right into that last stitch right here with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So, yeah, there you have it. And again, as you build out your work, it actually takes shape, as you can see here. You can use any weight of yarn. I would suggest that you follow the recommended hook size for the yarn of your choice as a starting point and then go from there. What I will tell you is that Red Heart Super Saver suggests a 5.5mm crochet hook. I hooked up to a 6, and this is what you're getting. Now, the bigger the hook, the drapier the project. So just keep that in mind when you decide on what your hook size will be for what it is that you're doing. Okay? It's very, very easy. I think that if I were to do a tutorial for this, I would probably design something that was mostly this, but maybe like a row of a stabilizing stitch just to make it my own, because there are so many of these tutorials out there already. I would want to make something my own and not just be a run-of-the-mill classic granny square shawl or granny stitch shawl. I would want to do something a little different. So the yarn that I'm using here is a medium 4-weight yarn. Again, this is Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway light blue. And as you guys know, it comes in many, many, many colors. I love this color here. It's called Lapis. It's beautiful, washed. Very, very nice. Anyway, so yes, this one here is in light blue, Red Heart Super Saver. But again, feel free to use any weight of yarn. You can even go something thin like this. Let me just get the, this is a beautiful, beautiful yarn here. This is Cascade Yarn's Longwood Sport Stripe. This is 100% superwash, extra fine merino wool. And if you're wanting to make something on the thinner side, may I suggest perhaps this with a 4mm crochet hook. So machine wash cool, gentle cycle tumble dry. This was out of Seattle, Washington, made in China. But yeah, so beautiful colorways. You guys know I absolutely love purple, and this has like a gray mix to it. So again, you don't have to use this. You can use this. You can use whatever you want. All yarn is good yarn in my book. So anyway, so that is the tutorial for this week. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to take us on a field trip and flip us around so you can hang out for a little bit, if that is of interest to you guys. Hopefully you guys learned something today. I try to bring a little something that you guys can pick up and take with you for the week. So yeah, let's go ahead and flip around and say hi to each other. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Hi. Okay. Hello, Erica's Craft Creations. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Okay, let me just finagle us. Do, 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 do. Bam. Wonderful. It's like I'm saying hi to you guys all over again. It's so good. I have my coffee in tow. This is leftovers from the Zoom this morning. So the coffee stayed hot. It's piping hot. It's still steaming. I love it. It's almost like I just brewed the coffee. So I know that today's tutorials were a little on the basic side, but all inclusive, guys. That also means lots of beginner type things. We want to bring people into the fold. If you're new to crochet, come on over, follow the journey. We teach you and show you all the wonderful things. So yes, what I will do is I'm going to put a poll out on my channel. And I'm going to want to know which one of the 3 that I've shown you guys today you guys would like a tutorial on. So I'll have 4 choices. The first one is going to be a stabilizing stitch asymmetrical. Stabilizing stitch, it could be a double crochet, a treble, doesn't matter. Stabilizing stitch asymmetrical. The next one is going to be a granny stitch asymmetrical, a granny shawl, or you pick. So those will be the 4 choices. I'll let you guys decide, you know, just because I really like you guys casting your vote. I think that's a lot of fun. It gives you guys a little bit of say. You know, it lets you guys decide what you would like to see on the channel, because I like doing all the things. So, yeah. Let's see. Crackle alert. I do apologize. Is it this? I'm not sure. But I'll create a poll. You guys go on over there and cast your vote. And then it's going to be a very short, easy, fun tutorial. It's not going to be long and drawn out. It's going to be one of those palette cleanser projects that you can embark on if you want. If you have some decent yarn that you want to play with, or some leftover yarn you want to play with, this is a great project for that. Okay? So what I will tell you guys though is, if you guys choose the granny shawl, I'm actually going to finagle it a little bit. So it's not just the granny stitches, because it's going to look like a granny blanket cut in the diagonal. So what I'm going to do is I'll add a stitch or 2 to it, just to make it uniquely mine. And you'll be able to look at it and say, yeah, you got that from Juan's channel. And yeah, so we'll do that. If we want, if that wins, then that's what we'll do. Okay. So yeah, we'll make it look nice. Show that yarn again, Wendy. Okay, this one. So you're going to get backwards now, because the front-facing camera for some reason shows everything backwards. So this is Cascade Yarns Longwood Sport Stripe. So it's got bits and bobs of purple. This is 100% superwash merino wool. And there is no name of this colorway, guys. It's literally color 513. Not really sure what that's about, but yes, 513 is the colorway number. Hi, Jess, welcome in. You're having fun with the Afghan crochet along, Cindy Lou? I'm super happy. I'm glad that you're doing it, first of all. And then secondly, I'm thankful that you're enjoying it. A granny blanket cut in half. Well, yeah, in the diagonal. I mean, that's literally all it is. We're going to have to spice it up a little bit and make it uniquely JTYA. We need to do something to it. You know? You like the t-shirt? I love the t-shirt. It's so much fun. So, week 5 drops 8 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning, everyone. And I will tell you, week 6 is just a border. I'm giving you guys just a little spiffet of information. So it's only going to be a couple of rounds. There's lots of stitches because it's week 6. So I'm not giving you guys a huge task list of things. So just a handful of stitches in, you know, whatever. And that's it. So next week, week 6. All right. So I can't believe it. We're rounding up to the end of the cow, just this Monday and next Monday, and then that's it. I'm going to mention this a few more times, guys, but Mondays will be my tutorial drop days, henceforth and forevermore. So I will drop tutorials on other days as well, but Mondays will be the day that I want to drop tutorials. So if I'm dropping a project on my channel, Monday will be the day that I do it. And again, I'm going to announce that several more times so that everyone knows that Juan the Yarn Addicts tutorials will be dropping Monday morning. Yes, and if there's a pattern with it, it will be available on Ravelry at the same exact time. So just be wary of that, okay? I love Monday drop tutorials. It's just so much fun. It starts the week off on such a great note, something new to just embark the week on, you know, or you can put it in your save for later list. It's perfectly fine, you know, but it's good that you guys know like the day that Juan is dropping tutorials. It will be Mondays. Now, the other tutorials that I'm going to drop randomly will be like stitch tutorials, you know, easy breezy, fast, fun, and easy tutorials, you know. The blanket behind me is beautiful. You love that? I made that last year. Actually, it was June of last year I made this. And so funny little story for those of you guys that are new to the channel with this. So I made a huge amount of squares, a bunch of these, each round a different color. I did not sew in any of my ends. A dear friend of mine volunteered to sew in all of my ends. So I took the squares and I mailed them to her, and she spent the entire weekend sewing in all of my ends, and then she sent the squares back to me, and then I assembled the squares together. And so this blanket would not have been a thing had it not been for her. So yes, thank you to my friend for helping me out. So thank you so much. And hello, Dawn Aaron, welcome, good morning. It's early morning for you guys over there. It's almost lunchtime here. Love that. So yes, all of that yarn is Michael's Loops and Threads Soft Classic yarn. All of it, every colorway, even the black. And I had a really great time crocheting that up. So it's a lot of fun. But I do have to pull the NEM blanket out and get that blanket finished. I have a personal goal to get NEM blanket done by the end of the month. I will show you guys NEM either on the podcast that's coming up or on the Sunday Live. I'm going to talk about it because it is Pride Month for those of you guys that are not aware. And these were my Pride projects from last year. So this one obviously was done very quickly, easy, done. The NEM blanket, I had to put it in timeout because I had so many other things on the hook, but I'm going to bring NEM out. We're going to finish her. We're going to be, you know, finally showing her as a finished object. I'm very excited about that. So very, very excited to finish up the projects, get them done, and move on to lots of other fun things. So love that. Where's my coffee? Right in front of me. Anyway, how are all of you guys? Happy Sunday. Thank you guys so much. And for those of you guys who missed the tutorial in the beginning, feel free to just check in on the replay. I showed you guys how to do a shawl in asymmetrical 2 different ways. And then I showed you the beginnings of a granny shawl. But when and if I do the tutorial for the granny shawl, I'm actually going to change it up a little bit, make it a little different, because there are many tutorials out there. And if I decide to do a standard granny shawl with no modifications to it, I will make that at a later date. But right now, I want to put my own spice on things just because I have design brain on the head right now. So I have an idea. That's why I want to get it out first. I want to get it done, you know. Hi, Trish. Welcome in. And hi, Rini. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Did we get a new member? Let's see. Rini, welcome in. We have a new fellow. Thank you so much for joining. So let me just talk to you guys a little bit about the memberships for those of you guys who may or may not be interested. First, I have two levels. I have a fellow member, and then I have an official member. And before I say anything, I do gift memberships on my channel, so I do pepper them in every now and then. So if you are one that, doesn't have the means to become a member, don't worry about it. I do pepper in gifts every now and then. But for those of you guys who may be interested, let me talk to you guys very quickly about it. The Fellow Yarn Addicts membership is 99 cents a month, 99 USD, and that gets you members only lives. It gets you the members post tab and interaction in that live, because it's a smaller group and it's a lot of fun. The official Yarn Addicts is $4.99 a month, and that's where you get the full run of the gambit. So you get the members only lives, you get the members post, and you also get a dedicated email, a direct line from you to me, where you can ask me questions and you can, interact with me one-on-one. And I'm pretty quick with it. Sometimes I get overwhelmed and I get behind, but for the most part, we're good. We also do Zoom calls twice a week. We do a Zoom in the weekday, we do a Zoom on Thursday evenings and then Sunday morning, so twice a week. One of the Zooms is Show Me Sunday, or it used to be called Show Me Sunday, and now it's Show and Tell on a Thursday. And then on Sundays, we have discussion forum where we sit, we talk, we hang out, and all the things. Also, the official Yarn Addicts get a free pattern once a month designed by me. And you guys have exclusive access to that before it gets posted to Ravelry. So it is a paid for pattern once a month, and it could be different things. It's never just the same thing all the time. We do change it up. So there's that. And yeah, we're constantly changing things. So thank you guys for gifting memberships. I really do appreciate that. But yes, so that's the gist of the memberships. And again, we're evolving, we're growing, we're changing, and all the things. So stay tuned for future updates. So anyway, who do we have in the chat? Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jojo and Kendall, for gifting a membership. I appreciate that. Let's see. Did I miss any questions? Does anybody have any questions about the cowl? Does anybody have any questions about any of the things? You have my undivided attention. Hello, Beth. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It would be cool to have a collection of my recipes. I love that people remember that I said that. Hi, Sky. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. So yes, I have tons of recipes on my Ravelry, and I do have some free patterns. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, I do have different kinds of free patterns too. So yeah, so good. And if you're interested in any of the free things, just go over there and I guess save me or favorite me. I'm not sure what that's called, but when I drop patterns and things, you'll be notified. Okay. Jennifer R says, hope your mom is well. Mom is good. Mom is super good. Let's see. So Trish says, keep those ends on your NEM blanket and make them a focal point. Yes, actually what I'm going to do is add to it. I'm going to add like tassels to each one to really, beef up the ends, because you're right, it could be a really nice focal point of the blanket. When are you going to open what I sent you? I think you like torturing me. So Kendall, the next podcast is when I open up your package. Stay tuned. Happy Sunday. Love the cow. Hated all the frogging I had to do because of the splitty yarn I had. I'm so sorry, Dee. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. But listen, it's a beautiful, beautiful pattern, and I'm sure you are doing it justice. So you're starting the 4th week of the cowl today, finally catching up. So I have to tell you guys something very quickly. So you guys know that I'm crocheting 2 additional blankets, right? I've already done the one, right, in cream, but I have 2 other ones going. So I am wrapping up week 4 on the one, and then the other one, I only have 1 round of week 4 done. So the struggle is real. I totally understand. Life happens, and then we have this blanket we're crocheting. So Anne says, congratulations on 46K. Thank you so much, guys. It really warms my heart knowing that you guys are noticing. You're seeing the channel growing. You're seeing the hard work paying off. And I can't be more grateful that all of you guys are here with me for the ride. And whether you are someone who sits in the background and just watches my content, or if you actively participate in the chat, all of you guys make this possible. And as I said last year, this is only the beginning. And it's always going to be just the beginning, because every day is a new day. And every day we think of new goals, we think of new things. And so we're doing this together. This channel, the 46K, it's not my 46K, it's our 46K. Because if you're with me for the journey, this is about us. Seriously, I know it sounds really weird and off-putting, and maybe a little strange, but it's our 46K. We're doing this together. This is our crochet community too. So I love it. Kathy says she's a lurker. Well, I love that. I love my lurkers. I love all the lurkers. If you're watching, I love it. It's so good. Question, why do my Vibe square blankets end up looking like a big soup bowl? I have no idea, Wendy. A soup bowl? I have no idea. Nicole says you're a lurker. And by the way, congratulations to you on winning my crochet kit, Nicole. I'm very excited. Yes, Nicole was one of the people who won yesterday on the drawing. And so your package will be going to the UK. Love that for you. And by the way, guys, if you win one of my giveaways, regardless of where you live, you will receive your package. Now, it might take a little longer to get to you because you're further away and you're not right next door, but a huge congratulations to Nicole and to Dee Dee for winning yesterday. So, so good. So, you got so excited. I got excited for you. And this Karen Jumbo Ombre, I don't know if you've ever worked with it before, but it is a really, really nice yarn. I have some right here. I have some right here. It's such good yarn. So, Baker's Dozen. Love that yarn. So, I have a pattern that I'm using that yarn in right now. Let me show you. Here it is. Here's the pattern. It's called Crossing Currents. I'll show you the image. So what this is an 8-row repeat. I do have this pattern. I'm not sure if it's on Ravelry just yet. Does anybody know if this is on Ravelry yet? I can't remember. My Magical Pattern Unicorn, she is responsible for putting all my stuff on Ravelry. So yeah. Tutorials coming out for this. That's my point. And this was done in ombre yarn, but it's called Sunset. So yeah, it's a very, very nice, easy, fun pattern. And guess what, guys? I designed this for like a throw, but guess what? This works beautifully as a triangular wrap. If you just shorten the stitch count and go back and forth, I can totally see people wearing that as a rectangular wrap. So the possibilities are endless. Love that. Do I sell my products? No, I don't sell my products. I donate them to charity. The only thing that I really do sell are like mystery boxes. I will sell my scrap cakes that I do with Coffee and Cake with Juan. I do those, but I don't really sell my finished objects. You're new to crochet, you're still learning how to read the patterns. I usually just watch videos, but I would love to learn how to do the grandma squares. Well, first, I do have tutorials for those on my channel. Just, you can type in Wanda Yarnetics Granny Square, and you will see it. It's so, so nice. We have the rectangle, we have the square, and each one of those has a left and right-handed tutorial. So feel free to jump into one of those and just have a good time with it. And these squares right here are not my perfectly squared granny squares. These are all done on the same side. So I do those as well, but I prefer the perfectly squared granny square because I like looking at the fronts and the backs of my stitches, whereas this has all of the front facing stitches on one side. So yeah, just check out the channel. There are tons and tons of things. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the tutorial count is, but we're in the hundreds. Love that. You're on your third Happy Vibes blanket. I just finished my Textured Vibes blanket. I'll show it off on the podcast. I'm proud as punch. I finished it. It took 2 skeins of Premier's Just Yarn Ombre. That's 1,224 yards for a donation blanket. So very, very excited about that. Love your Chunky Monkey Market mesh bag. It was a whole song last year, guys. The Chunky Monkey Market mesh bag. It was so, so funny. This year, I do have to make another bag to kind of erase last year. Not erase it, but like chapter 2. So stay tuned for that. I have some ideas in my head I'm trying to put together to create a bag for us for this year. Very, very nice. Don't do it. Nope. Not doing it. We're not doing it. So you're finishing up It's Just a Shawl with the Karen Lacey. Isn't that such a good yarn? It's rough on the hands after a while. Yep. It is. Because I have man hands, like calloused, I have bunches and bunches of calluses. I don't feel it like I guess everybody else does, but I did notice it's on the rough side when you're working. Let's see. Do you crochet? Yes, I do. I crochet. I'm a self-taught knitter. I also do Tunisian. What else? I play around with spinning. I'm no expert by any means at spinning, but I have a drop spindle or 2, and I do play around with big fluffy pieces of yarn. So yeah, so good. So yeah, hi Spring, welcome in. Huge hugs to you. Happy Sunday. I'm glad that you are here. Thank you so much for popping on in here. And as I was speaking of spinning, everybody, Spring is a great spinner. She does whole live streams where she spins. So yes, and part of my inspiration came from her. But I have not picked it up in quite a while just because I've had everything else on the hook. But it does not negate the fact that I do want to become very good at it so I can create my own spun yarn. Drop spindles are fun. I do feel though it's a slower process. You can't just snap your hands and blink your eyes and have this entire, ball of spun yarn. It takes a while. That's the only drawback to it, but the process is fun. Thank you so much, Samantha. I appreciate that, but we push forward. Tomorrow's the new day, right? So now that we've achieved 46, what's the next one, guys? What's the number that we're going to hit by my birthday? 47? Do you think we can hit 47 by the end of next month? Fingers crossed. We shall see. Samantha says 50. You guys think we can hit 50K by the July 31st? That's going to be a tall order, guys. 100K, I would have to go viral on like every single video for that to happen. But we're close, guys. I mean, 46. It's less than 4,000 to go before we hit 50. I don't know, guys. The only way it happens is if it's a collective, if it's us. So, tell everyone you know. 55, 50, or Trish, 55, Trish, I don't know about that. The 4K did go very quickly. A realistic goal is 50 in how many weeks till the birthday? So 7 weeks. Okay. You see me with the 100K plaque soon? Well, listen. It takes a village, and if the village is willing to come together and get me there, then we will do that, and I'll continue to put out content and all the things. So, to the moon and beyond. Right? Let's all sit around a fire, Spring, right? Kumbaya, with our hands like this. Kumbaya. We'll get there. Tati is going to be 18 in 7 weeks. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Erica. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate your kind words and all the things. I just hope that this channel continues to bring you guys joy. Like, that's what I look forward to the most. How can I bring a smile to your face? Is it the giggling? Is it me talking about all the things? Is it a combination of everything? You know, I want you to be able to tune into my content every day and just be glad that like you can just let loose and just relax and enjoy crochet, enjoy the fiber arts, and smile and have fun. That's what I want when you watch my content. That's what I have in my mind when I play my videos and when I show my yarn and when I talk about yarn. That's what I look forward to the most. I wonder, what is the reaction of the people who are watching me? And I do everything with that thought in my mind. So yeah, so much fun. Your giggles. I love it. It's so, so good. But yeah, and another thing too, guys, every day is another opportunity to learn and grow. So I am my own worst critic. I will watch my stuff back. I used to not do that. I will watch my stuff back and, okay, Juan, that's great that you did that, but let's try doing this a little differently next time. And my goal is to just continuously improve. So if you watch some of my older stuff and then you watch some of my current stuff, you'll notice a difference. And then if you, let's talk about future Juan. If you watched next year's Juan compared to this year's Juan, you'll see a difference. So we just continuously grow and not be the same person each and every time, you know? So anyway, I'm loving all of the emojis. Deanne, what emoji do you have? You have ducks in a row. I love that. And then what are those, broccoli heads? Or are they parrots? I'm not sure what those green things are. How's the fence going, Deb? The fence is in the, excuse me, the same place it's been since the last time because it's been raining. Rain, 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 rain. It just won't stop. Is it pickles? Scooby for Juan. All the things. Cucumbers. Okay, I love cucumbers. Especially with ranch dressing, right? Cucumbers and ranch. So good. Is the It's Just a Shawl pattern on your Ravelry? I can't find it and I have just about all the rest. I'm not sure. I have to get with my magical pattern unicorn. I'm sure she would prefer that I like used a name, but I prefer to keep my pattern person anonymous. So just know that it's a she, and I will have to get with her and we will mutually decide. Well, we'll have to check it out. If it's not already on there, it will eventually go on. Okay. I need a Scooby tea. Lettuce or radish sandwiches. Love, love. Lettuce sandwiches. Did they replace the flowers yet? So no, they did not replace my flowers. I'm very upset about it. They said they were going to bring them, but the fence needs to be fixed first. So they need to fix the fence, but in order to do that, it needs to stop raining so that the soil can dry out. So, hi Joanne. Thank you so much. That's very kind words. I really do appreciate that. So, don't forget, guys, tonight I am doing a live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But also, I mentioned this before. I'll mention it again tonight, and I'm going to mention it now. I'm on vacation beginning Tuesday, so I do have pre-recorded content going out onto the channel. Just know that it's pre-recorded, and if you watch it, it definitely helps support the channel. So we're going to have our Whipping It with Juan. We'll have coffee and cake with Juan. I am currently putting together a podcast, so I'm going to do all of the things so that I can take a proper break and not worry about putting content onto the channel so you guys have things to watch. So yeah, I'm taking a vacation. I'm going to go walk on some grass and hug some trees and do all the fun things. And when I come back, I'm going to hit the ground running. We're going to be doing all the fun yarny things. So I'm very excited about that. So I will be back, I believe, next week sometime. It depends. I'm taking some planes and I'm renting some cars and I'm going to be doing some things. So I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be back, but I will be back next week sometime. All right. Did you make a favorite video playlist? No, that's today. I'm going to do that today and I'm going to put that together for you guys and I'll put it in my post tab and then I'll create the playlist folder and then in my post tab, I will tell you guys that it's there. So please check it out. Okay. So planes, cars, and things. Yes. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up our Crochet with JTYA. Again, I hope you learned something. Feel free to watch the replay if you're interested in the projects that I've shown you. I will also put a post out after this live is over asking you guys which one of these you guys would like a tutorial on. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you guys tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Have a good one. Bye.